around you now.
What's up guys, Magic Matrix back again with another video. Happy Easter to you all. And for today you can see that I'll be using a card that has an egg on it, and then I'll also be using 3 other blank cards. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the card with the egg, flip it over like this, and place it on the table. Now I'll bring these other blank cards under the table, and if I give the card with the egg just a little bit of a rub, you should notice that it will melt right through the table, completely disappearing from this card here. I'll do that again, so pay close attention. We flip the card with the egg over. We'll place it over here this time. Bring the blank cards under the table, give the card with the egg a little rub, and once again it will melt right through the table off of this card here. I'll do it one more time, so pay very close attention this time. We take the card with the egg, we flip it over like this, we place it on the table. I bring the blank cards under once more and give the card with the egg a little rub, and it should melt right through. That didn't work. Let me try again. Give it a little rub. It should melt through. Maybe if I tap it? Nope. Why isn't it working? Oops. I think I cracked the egg just a little bit. But that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool Easter surprise for you all. And if you want to learn that trick, be sure to stick around for the tutorial. Alright guys, let's get into the tutorial for this trick. This one is a really fun one for Easter called the Fabulous Egg. And there's actually already a trick that you can buy that already has the cards with an egg printed on it and a smushed egg printed on it. And it also comes with the type of cards that you will need. But I did not have the set up with me, so I watched a tutorial video and I made my own setup. But I will leave a link in the description where you can get it if you really want the actual set. But basically what you have is you have 5 cards actually. I'm using 6, I'll show you why in a moment, but if you had the normal set, you'd be using 5 cards. You'd have 3 blank cards, a card with the cracked egg on it, and then you'd have the card with the normal egg, and the back of it would be also blank. Now, because I did not have the set, the card obviously isn't printed with a blank on the back. So what I did was I just took some double-sided stick tape, and I stuck another blank card to the back. So this card is a little bit thicker than a normal card, but you don't really let the spectator handle the cards in this trick, so it's not that big of a deal. So if you don't have the set and you really want to perform this trick, just go ahead, get 2 blank cards, stick them together, print out a picture of an egg and put it on one side. Get 4 other blank cards, 3 that you leave blank, and 1 you put the cracked egg on. Go set it up like this with your cracked egg on the bottom, 3 of the blank cards in the middle, sandwiched by that cracked egg, and then this egg with the blank side on the back. Now you're ready to get into the trick. And what you do is you riffle up the back and you get a break under the bottom of 3 cards. So that cracked egg and 2 more of the blank cards. You hold a break under that and you do basically a double lift. For me, it's like a triple lift because I have 2 cards stuck to each other, but I'll refer to it as a double lift because technically if you had the set, it would be only 2 cards. So you'll do a double lift, you'll flip over the egg and that blank card, and you spread off the top card. Now because that egg card has a blank card in the back, it really looks like you only flipped over 1 card. But really that egg is still here, left on the deck. And there's a blank card here on the table. So now what you do is you bring your hands under the table, or your hand rather, that has the cards, and you say that you will rub the card and the egg will magically melt through the table. Now, nothing's going to happen if you don't do anything, if you just leave your hand under the table. This is what you're doing under the table. You're going to take your thumb and you're going to push over that card with the egg. Then with these fingers, you're going to help lever it and push the card over like this. This will take some practice. It can be quite difficult at first if you don't already know how to do it. But basically, you're just pushing the card over to the side, levering it with your fingers, and any way that feels comfortable, figure out a way to flip the card over so now that egg is showing. So this is all done while your hands are under the table. You rub the egg, bring them back up, and say that the egg melted right through the table. You can flip over this card and show that it disappeared. Then you do it again, but this time just riffle down 2 cards, get a break, and do another double lift where you flip the cards over, spread off the top card. Again, this card is already blank and you left that egg card on the deck. You place the card on a different part of the table, bring the rest of the cards under, and you again do that push off turnover under the table. You rub the card, bring your hand back up, show the egg melted through, and flip over the blank card. Now, for the last time that you do this, you're actually setting up to get the cracked egg on the table. And this is how you do it. I believe I showed this move in a previous magic video, but what you're doing is you're pulling back the top card like this, putting your middle finger on the card that is shown right here in the middle, and you're putting your thumb on the back of this card and your pointer finger on the card with the egg. And what you're basically going to do is push these 2 cards forward, and your thumb acts as a stopper, and you'll feel that your thumb will hit the back of the card that you're not pushing forward. So now it basically looks like this, with that blank card sandwiched in between the cracked egg and the normal egg. So again, you pull the card with the egg back, middle finger on the blank card, pointer finger on the card with the egg, thumb on the back of the card as a stopper. You push those 2 cards forward, and now you'll grab the end of this card and the end of the back card, and what you're really doing is you're making it look like you're taking just the egg and flipping it over, but you're actually just pulling out the middle blank card and you're taking a double here. So you'll flip that over and place it on the top. Then just like normal, spread off the top card, and again the back of this card will be blank because you're leaving that card with the egg on the top, and you're switching it out for this cracked egg here. So you'll place it on the table, bring the rest of the blank cards under, you'll say you rub the egg, and now you'll act like you messed up. The egg won't melt through. You can start to tap it to try to get the egg to come through, and it still won't. So then you'll start slapping the egg, and at one point you can just hit it hard. You can flip the card over, and the spectators will be amazed that you switched out that normal egg for the cracked egg. Now you have technically a double in this hand right here because you have the card that has the egg on it in another blank card. So when you place these cards down, just be very careful that when you set it down or drop them down that they don't separate. And then you can just place all these other cards on top like this, and it will really sell that the normal egg is gone and it really is the cracked egg that you have now. So that's my Easter trick. I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely go back through this tutorial if you need any clarification on what I did, and definitely go check out that link if you want the actual setup and set of the Fabulous Egg card trick. But I think this is a really fun one. Again, happy Easter to everyone. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time.